Okay, everyone, this is Wild Blade from Creative Media Vault, and I am back for like a third time in one day. Uh, I was on earlier this morning, like way early this morning, and then I jumped off like maybe from 12 a.m. to like 6 a.m., and then I jumped off, took a nap. Then I woke up at like 9 a.m., did some stuff, and jumped back on to work on some animation. And now I'm jumping on again because it's still raining outside, so I'm not going anywhere. But I have to work in in a couple hours, like do some legitimate work. So I'm gonna just kind of be streaming this until I get to a good point where I feel like I can go ahead and really start proceeding with the story at a much faster rate. So we're gonna be continuing with our build of Spirits of the Lost Wind, and I need to see if I can hear anything. Yeah, I think I have my volume turned down on this. There we go. Yeah, that's the music I was looking for. Alright, so I'll be streaming and playing some music. Still continuing with this build. And we're just going to keep on going with this until I get to a comfortable point with it. To where, I feel like mainly I'm going to keep on building this on Twitch until I'm not going to build the entire game on Twitch that I'm working on, but I am going to keep on working with keep on working with this kit until I feel everyone is kind of like, until I feel like I've kind of covered everything that you can do with it. And then after that, like I'll do like a couple more updates to it with the code and stuff like that. And then you guys can already go ahead and download this and start making your own games. But then after I've gotten to a point where I feel like people are good with the general idea of the functionality of it, then I'll jump off of this Twitch stream and start doing more actual like more fun Twitch streaming stuff. I've been waiting to play this game until I had enough like confidence in in people knowing how to use this game kit. And then after that, I'm just gonna like stop Twitch streaming this game build and just go ahead and complete my version of the game so that I can get started on my actual Kickstarter game, which is CDULO The Outer Rim. Oh, this is my NFT collection, and for those of you who are like into like NFTs and stuff like that. So NFTs are my original characters. But this is the actual Kickstarter game that I should be working on. But I got really busy at the beginning of the year, and then I had like COVID issues, and my wife and kids have been home like all the time, like working during the daytime, and I couldn't come up with a good production schedule or anything. So I needed to this project right here is going to be a very heavy project. So with a lot of stuff like voice acting, and like animation and all kinds of stuff, right? So to keep myself kind of fresh, here's some fan art that somebody did for me. Yeah. And this actually takes you to the games page on itch.io, but there's not really so much to play here at the moment because I'm still kind of making it. But like I said, this is a more complex, in-depth project that I'll need to focus 100% on. So since I couldn't do that at the time, what I started doing is I started working on the Spirits of the Lost Wind game, and just kind of like to keep up my coding and like to figure out some additional functionality I wanted to put into this game. But then, as I was building it, I kept on adding functionality, and it became a game kit, which you guys can like download for free. Oh, don't forget to stop by my online store and buy some of the merchandise. This is actual merchandise from my games and my characters and stuff like that. Um, yeah, so now that I'm getting kind of comfortable with how things are going with the Spirits of the Lost Winds game kit that you guys can download, and go ahead and for you guys to go ahead and start building your own game like without any code. Now that I'm getting kind of used to that and getting kind of comfortable with it, once I finish it with this Twitch stream, I'll do a blast on this game, like working on this character, the storyline, the cutscenes, and everything like that, and just put that on itch.io for people to play as a reference to this game kit. And then I'm going right back to CDULO The Outer Rim, and I will start building on that and like talking to publishers and whatnot, because all of my games are connected to the same storyline. So what I'm gonna do now is I've got about like maybe about under an hour and a half to actually do some legitimate work on this and see if I can get some of the animation done. So for this particular game build, I think I've already got most everything that you need to start building your games without any code in here. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the animation for Kuramiya here, our main character that we just built in the last stream. And after I do the animation for her, I think realistically I'll work on maybe some lighting and some background stuff like that. But I might not include that in the game kit. Actually, I might just like go ahead and do that on my own. And so I can't really think of anything else I might want to add to a tutorial after this. It's better for you to just download the kit and start playing with it yourself and see how easy it is to use. So I'm debating this today or tomorrow might be my last day streaming this one for the actual game kit build, and I might actually just like drop off of that, start playing my other games, and start building the real game for this for you guys to play on itch.io. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and get Kuramiya some animation. So in the last stream, what we did is we had Kuramiya. A Game Boy Advanced version. Hey, what's up, TikTok video links? A Game Boy Advanced version. That never even crossed my mind. It's good to see you on my stream, by the way. But yeah, I haven't thought of that. Depending on this game does this Spirits of the Lost One game also does have a storyline because it's connected to my main Wildfire book. Damn. I keep on dying over and over again because I'm just talking shit. Yeah, so I haven't actually thought of that. Because this is just basically just a demo build for a game. Oh, hold on, my phone is about to die, and I got somebody who's trying to mail me. Yeah. So let me plug in right here. My battery's almost out. Sorry. Still got to keep an eye on my business while I'm doing all of this stuff. All right, let me bring up my chat window just in case, like. There we go. Yeah, so Game Boy Advance version, haven't thought about it. If you guys like the demo, if you guys like the itch.io game enough, I might actually put this up on Steam if it has enough content. Yeah, this guy's much faster than he should be, so die, please. Thank you. Alright, so this is where we're at with Kuramiya right now. So she has her form, she's got a static form right now, but her tail is going to be the weapon that we're using. So now we need to fix that by actually adding some good animation to this. So, as I keep on mentioning while I'm building, I tend to use the sandbox mode, and I still haven't changed the name of this level to sandbox. So I'm going to go to the sample scene, and then I'm going to go to the player temp, and this is where we have our sample of Kuramiya, the player for this game, the protagonist of this game. So we've got her static, her static form right here, which is good. But now I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to turn this one off because we only need one player in the scene. And then I'm going to turn this. We're going to start converting this Kuramiya into an actual animated version, right? So to do that, I think my music might be a little loud. Alright, so in order to do that, right now Kuramiya has all of her, she's a static sprite, because she has a sprite renderer under this. And before that sprite renderer was just a, plain old circle, right? So I'm going to switch this one back to circle. Got it. Circle. Circle. Alright, so I'm going to go switch this back to circle small and turn it back to blue, which was the default that we had for Kuramiya at first. Yeah, so she was just kind of this ugly blue circle. Sorry, I called her ugly, but yeah, it wasn't that pretty though, so I guess I'm right. So, alright, so this is what she looked like before. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to have a default graphic in there just in case we want to switch. So, but I'm going to turn this off. Right, so I'm just going to drop the opacity of this all the way down, and this will still act as the container for Kuramiya, but now we're going to actually start adding some graphics to her. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to create a 2D sprite. And I think we drugged her body parts in the last episode, didn't we? I think we did that. Hold on. Kurami. No, we didn't. Okay, so there's like nothing to drag in. So we're gonna go to Adobe Animate, which is the software that I use to build most of my game characters because it gives me a lot of flexibility for like being able to go do cool stuff. And I'm gonna hit here, and now we're going to go here and break this apart, right? And I'm gonna start separating out her body parts. So I'm gonna separate her head. I'm gonna separate her head, her ears. Her arms are already separated. I'm gonna separate out her tail and basically just bada bada everything here. Now, realistically, since a lot of these are basically just duplicates of each other, I don't necessarily. She doesn't have any like special tattoos or something on one side of her body, or any special weapons or special features that are, just central to one side of her existence or one side of her being. So realistically, I might not even need these other parts. I might not need to import these other parts into Unity because that would just be a waste of space. So we're going to just import one set and then duplicate and flip them. And that'll save us a lot of time and a lot of additional space, I think. Now, I am using large graphics in this game kit, so I'm not so concerned about space, to be honest, because this is actually kind of your job to go through and replace all these big ass graphics with your own. So I did make them huge. One, because I don't really care so much about these. And two, I do want to encourage people to to use their own graphics to replace these, because a lot of what you're seeing here, these characters will become products on my online store because they're connected to my Wildfire storyline already. So Nikki and like the Red Dragon Clan are part of my book. So if you're interested in finding out more about that storyline, you can go when you go to my website and you click on novels. It will take you to this page here. And this is my actual Wildfire book. I have a cool little video that you guys can watch and everything. But this is the book that I published way back in 2007. It's like 504 pages. So you can read it here for free, or you can buy it from the Apple Store or Lulu.com. And here are the character profiles for many of the characters that are in that book or will appear in the book. Because this is actually a series. I wrote the first book, but then I decided to turn the rest of it into video games. So the game that we're actually working on involves this character, Nikki. And the bad guy that you were looking at earlier, that's one of the Red Dragon Clan members. So you can actually come here and read some of the character epilogues. And you can read about the enemy that we just created in this game, which is kind of cool, right? So it's not like I'm just randomly making a game. This game actually has a story associated with it, and characters, and a whole universe associated with it. And Kuramiya's adventure is just a little small part of that that I'm making right now. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to continue with this. So we're going to go ahead and start separating her out, which we've just done. And now I'm going to export all of these two symbols. So I've got head, but I'm just gonna put Kuramiya head, and these are gonna be large files. So yeah, please feel free to replace them. I want you to kind of replace them once you get this kit and figure out how it works. Kuramiya year 1. Okay, this will be Kuramiya front leg. I'll just put like front leg 1 because I should have just named that left though. Export. Well, I guess left and right won't really matter because we're just using like the same graphic anyway. This will be her. Okay, Kuramiya neck. All right. We haven't done Kuramiya front Shoulder front. Okay, yeah. Port. And this is Kuramiya back leg. Well, technically, yeah, this is the back leg, but it's got it's got both a front paw and a back paw on it. All right. Export PNG sequence. This will be Kuramiya what? Kuramiya hindquarters. Kuramiya hindquarters. Am I going to bed in the morning? Yes, maybe. I'm not really sleeping that much right now, to be honest, because my schedule is really messed up. So, you know, just because of like I have to. Normally, I would like to do this during the daytime. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, like I'm talking to a guy who's got some pretty good game dev videos. I'm wondering what software he's using. Okay, Kuramiya. Tail 2. So he asked me if I'm sleeping, and the answer is really no, because since my production schedule has been so messed up this from the beginning of this year, I've kind of had to work around the family, like you know, because kids have online school and stuff like that, so I can't really do too much with a lot of their sensitive sensitive information in the background. All right, so the answer to that question is no, I haven't really been sleeping that much. So I'm gonna name this new sprite head. All right, and then I'm gonna drop down here to my sprites folder. So once you get the game kit and you you know, download it and stuff like that, you know, I recommend just making another sprites folder and then like clearing all of this stuff out that you don't want. Right, so let's see, we've got all of our body parts here. So that was the static that we just brought in. Right, and I'm gonna drag these over into Unity. So sprites. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so now we've got the head here, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring the head up to the top level. And for this, I'm just gonna type in Kuramiya head. I don't think I exported her. Oh yeah, I did export her ears. Good. So this will be Kuramiya head. And this Kuramiya head looks kind of small. Now I've got this mini map icon right here. So let me. That's what that big purple circle. So I'll need to move that. All right, and now this now we can come in here and like zoom in on this, and this will give us an idea of what we're looking at. All right, so this will be the head, and let's go ahead and duplicate this, and we're gonna need the body. We got the head, we have the body. Can you make a Game Boy Advance version, please? Still, no. I'll like stick with the Steam version for now, and then if that I mean, I'll stick with itch.io, and then if that's successful and you guys want more, then I'll make a Steam version, and then we'll port it over to PS and stuff like that. All right, body, Kuramiya body, and then we'll go ahead and move this body back. What am I doing? Move this body back here. Oh, why does that still have the head in it? Yeah, that's the one I want. All right, so move the body back. All right, and you know, this is where we're gonna have to like pay more attention to our stacking layer. Usually for the body, I'll give it 1 of 10. The head can be like maybe 12. Yeah. All right, and they're just gonna continue doing this. So duplicate, and this will be maybe, since she's facing down, this will be right here. All right, and I'll move this up here, and I will change the graphic to stop doing that. Damn it. All right. So right ear will be this one right here. Okay. And the right ear will be above the. I'll put this on 11. No, actually, I'll put this on 13 because these will be toward the front of the head, right here. And one thing that we'll do after we've got all of these imported is we'll set the pivot points for them. All right, so right ear. Might as well go ahead and duplicate this, move it over here, and then we'll flip it on the X, and that will be the left ear. Okay, left ear. Right, and then after that, so I'm going to try to keep these things organized. After that, we'll duplicate this one, and we'll do the neck. Okay, and the neck will be on 11. Okay, yeah, the neck will be right around here, I think. And I can center the body up a bit more. Yeah, about like that. All right, and continue. All right, so we've got the ears. Duplicate this again. Now we need to start working on. Oh, I'll move this up so that'll be like neck. The neck doesn't really do anything, so the neck won't really move in this. But it's just kind of to cover some of the character neck movement if we decide that we want our head to turn, so that there's not so that it doesn't look so narrow. Okay, so that actually comes here. This left ear is not a left ear. This left ear should be front shoulder. Yeah, so we'll put like the shoulder here. Okay, and this will be. Did I import the left shoulder? Oh, okay. Okay, this will also be. Actually, the shoulder will be 11, I think. So that'll be left shoulder. I spelled shoulder wrong, but I don't care. Yeah, I do. That's why I'm changing it. You can lie to everybody, but you can't lie to yourself, man. Alright, so, or what is it? You can lie to yourself? This might be 12. Okay, 11, 12. Now it looks like she kind of got on the, got of the Christmas hat, which is kind of cute. So I'll put this one up on, 14. And then I'll shift the ears over to 15, just to make sure they're on top of stuff for now. And then we can always change it later. All right, and then so she got a left shoulder, and then we'll duplicate this one, bring it over here, and this we'll swap it, and this will be her right shoulder. Okay, so we're good over here. Yep. Alright, and technically the body should be on top of these now that I think about it. So the left shoulder and right shoulder should probably be under the body. So we'll put those on 9. Yeah, that looks better. Then continue, we'll duplicate the shoulder, and we're gonna go for the hindquarters here. Well, that's I'm duplicating the ear, but. Okay, so hindquarters, this will be hindquarters left. Quarters left. Okay. So we kind of want her to look like she's kind of hunched down. because she's a fox, so she is hunched down. So this will be also on 9, I think, and we'll move it closer. All right, and then I guess we can go ahead and duplicate this one and drag this over here, and this will be hindquarters right. Alright, and that will also need to be flipped on the X. Yeah, like this. Okay, and let me drag these under here. Right, and then we need the tail. So I can just duplicate the neck. Okay, this will be tail. Alright, and we're going to wind up doing something special with the tail in a little bit, but I just kind of want to go ahead and drop it in there. That's if I can remember how to do this with the tail. Okay. Kuramiya neck, Kuramiya blah 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 blah. Alright, tail. What am I looking for? It's right here in front of me. Right. So you're going to take this tail and drag it all the way back here to where it kind of intersects with these lines. Okay. All right, and now we need to now we need to go ahead and put our paws in here. Okay, and so we'll go ahead and like that left shoulder, right shoulder. So for the left shoulder, I think we're going to duplicate it here and just put left arm. Oh, just name it arm, left arm. Okay, and that's going to be this graphic right here. And that's gonna come right around here. Yeah, and it'll sit right there. All right, and then we will duplicate that one, and that'll be right arm. Right, and we'll flip this back and drag it over here. All right, and then the last thing that, actually, this left arm and this right arm will probably need to come forward a little bit. Yeah, so they'll sit right around, maybe right around here. And I might give them an order number of 8. And I'll show you why I'm doing that in a little bit. Right, and then I'll duplicate this, and I'll give the back leg. Yeah. Right, and this is why I gave those an order of 8. So I'm going to drag this back leg back here. Right, and that's going to sit right in the pocket over here. So you can kind of see her feet right there. All right, and I'll do the same. So that'll be her left leg, and we'll go ahead and do this one, and that will be her right leg. And we'll just drag that over here. Okay, so she does look a little bit scrunched up, right? So I think for the head, let me grab all of these and drag them around here. Alright, so I think she does look a little bit scrunched up there, so I think we're going to take the head and neck. The head, the neck, and the ears, and maybe drag them down a little, ears, and maybe drag them down a little bit further. Yeah, we'll drag them down here because the body's a little bit long, so I don't want her like too scrunched up yet. So we'll do this, and then for the Left arm, right arm. The shoulder is fine, but the left arm and the right arm need to kind of come down here, I think. Alright, need to come down, and the right arm, or that's the left arm actually, but the left arm can kind of come in here. So I'll need to rename this one. Left arm, alright. And then this one is the right arm. Right arm can also come in here. Because these, like I said, these are just gonna kind of piston back and forth. Yeah, make sure I can see that, like, that third nail. Okay. And I think the shoulders can also kind of maybe come in a little bit. Left and right shoulder. Yeah, so the left and right shoulder can kind of come down. Yeah, left and right shoulder can come down, which means that the right arm can come in more to cover that gap. And the left arm can also come in more. Okay, so yeah, now this looks like she's really kind of crouching. Hindquarters might go back a little bit further. Come on. Yeah, give her like, kind of like a little bit of a cat crouch. And then her left leg and right leg can come back to where that's at the base of it. Okay, cool. So, basically when she's running, what's going to happen is we're just going to kick her legs out like this. Boom. And then, like, bring them back. So, like, from white to white. Boom. So, that'll make it look like she's kind of springing forward. Using this piston motion here. And when she's not running, she'll just be sitting on her hunches, right? And then for the right and left arm, when she's running, they're just going to, like, extend out here. Yeah, extend out here. I noticed there's a gap there, which I'm not really digging. Alright, so how far do I want these guys to go? Okay, so I do want her arms to kind of come out a little bit far to look like she's reaching when she's running. So let's see, what I can do, I guess, is take her shoulder. Take this right shoulder and use this right shoulder right here to kind of cover up that gap. And then the same for the the right shoulder, sorry, to cover up that gap. Yeah, so we'll just use the shoulders to cover the gaps in between this, like when she's running. Her neck also might also help, so I'll make this a little wider. Yeah, that neck fur. Okay, yeah, that looks better. So now when she's running, we can just use this kind of like piston motion for her too. Boom, boom. Right, and it looks like it's kind of coming back. And so she can run like this while her legs kind of kick back, and that gives her that extension that we're looking for. Now, I mean, of course, if I wanted her to walk, I could like go through the trouble of creating a walk cycle where she kind of crawling. That actually looks pretty cool though, so I think I will do that. So yeah, now that I think about it, that does look kind of cool. Like, so instead of just having her run all over the place, I might just give her a walk animation. And like, then I can move her left leg back. Yeah, just like this. Alright, yeah, I might actually do that. Alright, what did it, left leg back, right leg forward. For, animals, I can't remember now. I think it's the opposite, yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna use it like this, I think. Yeah, so we are gonna give her a walk cycle, but when she's walking, we're not gonna show. We're just gonna take it down to maybe the base of the foot. Yeah. All right, cool, cool, cool. Yeah. Nah, so yeah, she's gonna get a nice little walking animation instead of just be running everywhere all the time. Okay, and then when she's resting, she'll be like, right around here. Or we can actually put these down by her side, because it just kind of looks like she's sitting like this. Okay, so I think we'll do that. All right, so let me save this now that we've got all the parts imported. Now, one of the big problems is going to be her tail, right? So her tail, and we're also going to need to adjust her colliders, right? So she's got a circle collider 2D right here, which is a little bit too big for her, and it doesn't cover. We want her hit area to be not there. We want her hit area to be like towards the center of her body. So this will be her collidable area. Where when she's taking hits and stuff like that. Okay, we're not really going to count the tail so much, and maybe we'll include the head, a little piece of the head. So maybe around here, I guess would be a good hit area. And now, since we're doing that one, we also have to take care of her physical body. I think I did give her a physical body. Okay, no, I haven't given her a physical body in this one. Kana, did I? You, Kuramiya, do you have a physical body? She's like, that's a strange question to ask. That's her sprite mask. Hindquarters, head, neck. Why don't you have a physical? Okay. Because this is this particular one doesn't use a physical body. It has a trigger instead. What is this? What are you? You are Nandaro. You are not my sprite mask, because my sprite mask is all the way up here. Grab detector, box holder, hindquarters, ranged weapon. What is this? Circle collider. I'm getting kind of stuck here on what I actually put in this. What are you again? Okay, I'll figure what that is, because I can't remember what it is right now. Okay, yeah, I'm getting kind of confused as to what that blue thing is. The actual sprite map range is this one. So now if I start running around on the screen, okay. Yeah, that's something else that we're gonna have to do. Okay, so now she's facing in a different direction, right? And we have all of these, sprites facing in the different directions. So I'm gonna have to rotate her now. All right, so which way am I gonna have to rotate her? So I think this will be. I'll have to take everything and kind of rotate it to the right. Come on. Oh. Let's see. A good way to avoid having to do that is I can go ahead and create another empty, and then I think I have to put everything into a box here. So body, yeah, or I think I put like Kuramiya. There we go. And then I'll take all of these. Make sure that this is like centered, and then I'll take all of these and drag them into this. All right, and now when I rotate this, yeah, everything should rotate fine. Pivot point of this bad boy is a little bit off, though. Okay, so head, neck. And that's another thing that we'll need to do is we'll need to change the pivot points. So on the body parts. So let's go into the graphics very quickly. So for Kuramiya head, if we go to the, we'll need to click on all of these. So Kuramiya 1, that's the static. Kuramiya ear. So we'll just go sprite editor, and we'll change the pivot point to down here. All right, and then we'll kind of apply that. And that's going to misalign, some of the stuff, but don't worry about it. So now we can take the right ear and the left ear and recenter, reposition them where they need to be, which would be right around here. The left ear will be right around here. Yeah. So yeah, right around here and here for the right ear and the left ear. Okay, and now we have to do the same thing for all of the other ones though, but it's actually pretty easy. So ear, head, the pivot point for the head will be right in the middle here, I think. So when if we're turning the head, that'll go there. Wait a minute. Apply. So we'll go ahead and move the head back. The neck doesn't need a pivot point because, the neck is just going to kind of hang out there and not really have so much of a function, actually. Just to cover the head movement. And we're going to go ahead and group the right ear and the left ear together under the head. Yeah, so these will be parented to the head. The neck, I guess we'll go ahead and parent that one to the body. So that one won't go anywhere. For the body, the pivot point, so we'll go to Kuramiya body and sprite editor. The body, the pivot point, I think this is good enough. So yeah, this will be a good enough pivot point for the body. Now, a lot of times what I do is I put the body at the top, actually, because that will be, I'll parent everything under the body. Which I suppose I could do now, actually. Because the body is actually, where most of the movement will kind of center around. And put the body, put this here, put that under the body, put the neck under that. And then I can put all of these under the body with the body as the main parent, I think. No, I can't do that because there's something I want to do with the body. So yeah, I'll leave them kind of separated right now. Even the neck, I'll go ahead and like drop the neck out of here. Yeah, because when she's running, I might want to actually scrunch her body up, like make the body a little bit smaller in length. Yeah, so if I put all of these as parents, then all of them are gonna kind of get scrunched up, so I don't want that. All right, so body, body and neck, I could do that with. Yeah, okay, I'll go ahead and like at least drop the neck in there. All right, and then for the left shoulder and right shoulder won't move. The hindquarters won't move. Yeah, there's really no need for the hindquarters to move, I don't think. However, let me check the hindquarters pivot point. So if I was gonna rotate the hindquarters, okay, that's good enough. Like it'll just be in the center. So maybe if I wanted to rotate the hindquarters in the foot like a certain direction, I could do that. But I don't think it's necessary. So for hindquarters left, I'm gonna go ahead and drag the left leg. And for hindquarters right, I'm gonna go ahead and drag the right leg. And then for, hold on, let me make sure my chat is still open. And then for the left shoulder, I'll drag the left arm. And then for the right shoulder, I'll drag the right arm. All right, and let's see how that works. Okay. So, and then the biggest one that I'll need to worry about for the pivot point is actually the tail. So I will go to Kuramiya. I can just click on the tail and go to Kuramiya tail. This, then go to the sprite editor. And the pivot point for this will need to be down here. Okay, I'll apply that. Right. And this is what we're going to go with for now. So we're going to pull this tail back up to her backside. Right. So that's what we're going to go with for now. But remember, like, when I play with this, let's see. First, we need to make sure that she's facing in the right direction when we're rotating now. And she is not. Why is she? She's facing this way. Okay, I need to find out which way her rotation should be. So let's see, got Kuramiya 90. Play around with this a little bit. Okay, yeah, so I needed to face her right up. Straight up. Okay, cool. There we go. So now she's being chased, legitimately chased, by these guys. And let's see where she's able to take damage. So she's only taking damage on her head. Why is that? Okay, so I'll go back in here and look at her. Okay, that's why. Okay, so this needs to come all the way back here to cover her head and body down to right around here. Now, in the other scene, she's using a capsule collider, so that'll make a lot more sense. Okay, yeah. So now she can legitimately take damage. Her head might be a little bit too high for like some of these. So you know, like for example, her head sprite is actually higher than that's why the thing is going right through her. Okay, but that does look pretty good. All right, and so all I would need to do is I would just need to get the static sentry drone a higher level, which I can go ahead and do right now. So for enemies, everything is under the enemies folder. And I've got my sentry drone, so I would just need to go here, and this is the static one, so I would just need to change the order and layer to something stupid like 20. Alright. Okay. Cool. Huh. Still not really Yeah, so this is a good place to really kind of figure out all of that stuff. All right, so default layer, right here, layer order, team body name. Entry drone. Audit. Oh, that's why. So, yeah, this is static, but I forgot that I put it. Okay, so it's 21. And the floater disk is like maybe like 15 or something. All right, that's why. So, you know, that's another reason why this sandbox mode is so good, because it allows you to kind of, when you're dealing with a complex level, you're gonna have like a lot of different layers. So, you know, it'll be hard for you to kind of keep track of where everything actually is. But if you do everything on if you do all of your character design and stuff on a sandbox level first, then yeah, now it looks like you know, she's legitimately like running under that thing trying to get away. All right, cool, 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 and they're like, you know, beating up on her right now. Okay, so now we need to give our fox some like you know, running motion, or some walking and some running motion. I'm eating a haichu. This is like a Japanese candy that's made out of yogurt, and it's good. It's not healthy, but I don't care. So I'm eating that. All right. So because these enemies are kind of annoying right now, I'm gonna go ahead and go into the enemies folder and cut them all off, including this hidden guy. So I'm just gonna switch these guys off so that they don't bother me while I'm doing my animation. And now I'm gonna go back up to Kuramiya. All right. And this is really starting to get on my nerves. I don't know what that is. Got that. Oh, okay, never mind. Those are her weapons. Now I know what those are. Okay, so since she's like, we're gonna have to move her detectors as well. So this is like when she needs to pick up an object. So we'll move those over here and kind of center them up. Yeah. And then her homing target will be toward the center of her body. And I'm gonna put maybe a red dot on that. Or, yeah, purple dot on that. And this is where homing projectiles will like target when they're trying to lock onto her. Right? Cool, cool, cool. Alright, now let's jump into animation right quick. So, this is... I guess we'll name this one, main body. So we'll name this one main body. And, I'll put this one as Kuramiya Temp. Right. So instead of player temp, Kuramiya Temp. And remember, she still has the player tag, so we can kind of name her whatever we want to. As long as the scripts can find this tag, you know, we're fine. So there's nothing really that's actually in the game that's actually looking for her name, like Kuramiya Temp. Yeah, so, and also when we change this here, if there's any script that it's kind of associated to, it's going to go ahead and automatically update the name anyway. So let's save this. Alright, and now we're going to go in and she does not have an animation controller on her at the moment. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and give this one an animation controller. Yeah, we'll go ahead and give this top layer an animation controller. So we'll go to Create, Animations, and I'm not going to name this I'm going to create a new folder, but I'm not going to name this Kuramiya Temp. I'm just going to name it Kuramiya, because we should be able to use the same structure for the actual game level. Okay, so we're going to give her an idle first. So I always start with the idle animation. Right, and for her idle animation, this camera thing is kind of getting in the way. So we have a this camera has an audio listener, which is kind of just kind of sitting here, and I can't turn this thing off. Do I have another audio listener in here? Some music. Let me see if I can turn music off. Yeah, that thing's kind of getting in the way of my of what I'm looking for. But anyway, like go back to Kuramiya Temp, and we've got our animation controller here. So for her idle, basically for her idle, I might just increase and decrease the size of her body and her head. To make it kind of look like she's kind of coming up and down. So that's what we did with the jump, actually. So this isn't a 2D platformer, so there is no like real jumping in the game. It's just like when she jumps, you just kind of scale the sprite up a little bit. So let's see how that works. I'll jump out to 5, and I'll choose her head and her body. Shoulders and everything else will kind of stay where they're at. So her head and her body, and then I'll just go ahead and kind of expand these like a little bit, and I'll make them bigger, a little bit bigger. Actually, I think I will do her body first. So I'll do make her body a little bit bigger. And then go to this one and make her body a little bit bigger again. And then I'll make her head a little bigger on this frame. All right. And then after that, I'm just gonna copy this frame, then let's paste it back, and then take this one and copy and paste it back here. So let's see how that looks. Okay, yeah, that kind of looks like she's breathing a little bit. Okay, and yeah, so we will have to like move the tail as well. So when you go to this frame, the tail, damn it. Let's go back in there. So for idle, when we go here, the tail also needs to kind of come back. So we will click on the tail, this, and just kind of drag it backwards a little bit. And then on the next frame, when she gets bigger, the tail goes back even further. And then on the next frame, the tail comes back in. And then in the next frame, the tail comes in more. And then in the final frame, she kind of returns back to her origin. All right, so let's see. Okay. So yeah, that looks okay for an idle animation. But she does kind of look like she's breathing too hard, like she's a little bit scared, and she's a nice, cool, calm girl, right? Cool under fire. So we're gonna extend this out. To about maybe 1 second. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, that looks good. Now, that looks good right now. However, there could be a problem. So, and the reason that there might be a problem is because of what I want to do with this tail. So, before I go to the animation, I think that's the default animation that we're going to use. However, we don't want this tail to be static because that just, well, doesn't look good. So we're going to go to our Wiggly monster here. And remember, if you were watching my stream before, we created this Wiggly monster with these cool things called line renders. Well, we're going to use those line renderers on this. And this Wiggly monster, we have tentacles. So I have tentacle 1, tentacle 2, tentacle 3, tentacle 4. And all of these are using the default sprites. Then we have our tentacle 5 Wormtail. Let's see, which one are you? Tentacle 1, tentacle 2, tentacle 3, tentacle 4. Non-wiggle tentacle, segmented tentacle. Let me jump up out of here right quick and hit play. So we want Kuramiya's tail to wiggle like a tentacle. Okay, so if we go over here, yeah, we kind of got this monster here. Now I need to find out which tentacle was the non-wiggle one. Nah, that's this one. Segmented tentacle, kana. Okay, yeah, like so yeah, we have like this type of tentacle. Okay, that's the one that we were using before. So I want to use a line renderer for this. The tentacle Wormtail. Ah, okay, yeah, this one. Let me turn this off. Okay, so yeah, something kind of like this, right? So instead of now I did notice a problem with these tentacles is that whenever I use them, they try to always like start from the center of the screen, and I don't know why. But I'm gonna take this tentacle 3, and I'm gonna hit duplicate this one. And then I'm going to try to use this with Kuramiya to see if I can kind of get her tail to work. So this one's just an experiment right now. So I'll put this in the main body, and then I will center it up to her, right? And then for this, I'm going to change the graphic. So where is the graphic that I'm using for this? Oh, tentacle, wiggle dir, target dir, move arrow, tentacle 3. Which one with the tentacle that I was supposed to grab? That tentacle 1? Oh, never mind. I grabbed the wrong tentacle, so I need this tentacle. So I'll duplicate this one, tentacle 1, and move it up here. Now I'm pretty sure that this isn't going to work on the first try. Now let me just get rid of this one. Right. Delete. Alright, so tentacle 1, that's the one that I want. And it's got the wiggle dir, target dir. Alright, tentacle 1, I need to go ahead and set the position to this, this, and this. All right. And let's see. Instead of centipede body, yeah, so this is set for centipede body, which is the material. So let me go to, let me find this centipede body. Centipede body. And this is the material. What are you? That's the graphic. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate this centipede body, and I'm going to change the name, rename Kuramiya tail, matte Kuramiya tail, matte. All right. And then I need to change the graphics, so I'm going to go to this. It says select texture, and then I'll be like a Kuramiya tail. Alright, and that will be the texture that we're kind of looking for, and I don't know what the hell that is, but we'll try this. Alright, let's see. Non-reflective, none of that shit. What's this? Okay, so we'll go with Kuramiya tail for this one. And now, in Kuramiya thing, I'm going to go here. And for this tentacle one, I am going to maybe change everything back to white. Everything back to white, and make sure that everything is transparent. So all the, transparent all the way. And then I will change this to see if I can get away with that Kuramiya one that we just made. And then, okay, there it is. Alright, we shall see. Alright. So I'll select this material. Let me get rid of this wiggly monster now, because I don't need him. Okay, now the reason that this is happening... The reason that this is happening is because actually I need this tail to kind of go this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into animate, and I'm going to take this tail and I'm going to duplicate it, and I'm going to rotate it, just modify and arrange, and then like transform, and then turn it. I have to go this way or this way. Turn it 90 degrees clockwise. Yeah, I think that's it. And then I will go ahead and export this, and this will be like Kuramiya tail, and I'll put this one as a MAT material. Okay, save. And then I'll jump back over into Unity and drag this graphic in here as well. Okay, and now I'll go back in and kind of hack that Kura. So if you want to make like some like curly, like cute little tails and stuff like that that move around, then you might need to do this. So I'll put the Kuramiya tail this way. Yeah. All right. So yeah, it should have been wrapped around this way. All right, and now you'll see like now you can see where the tail is actually pointing. Okay. So, right. So instead of Kuromiya's tail here, I'm gonna hide this one, and then I want this tentacle right here to actually attach to her butt. So let's see, I'm going to move this tentacle. Right. Oh, okay. So yeah, so this is the indicator of where the tentacle will be pointing. Yeah, but you notice it doesn't really move this thing, right? So that's the problem. So whenever I start the game, it always kind of like you'll notice that there's a trail of it being drugged somewhere. So I don't know why that's happening. Okay. Wow. But there it is, and her tail is freaking huge, right? It's huge and it's kind of facing the wrong way. But that's because of the rotation that we had on the previous one. All right. But she does have a tail that moves, right? So in order to fix this, I mean, that is a huge, huge, huge tail. Uh, hmm. Right. So what I can do here is one, I can change the rotation on this. So I'll change the rotation to 0 and see if that fixes it. And I'm going to turn off maximize one play at this time. Okay. So I turned off maximize on play so that I can kind of play with the rotation and see where it needs to kind of be. So if I change this to like 50, okay, that's going the opposite way. Minus 50, okay, minus 90. Okay, yeah, so we can give this a minus 90, and wow, she's got a huge tail. Maybe like minus 90. Now, I'm gonna make a note of all of these settings, but now I can kind of adjust some of the other things too. So her length right now is 30. If I put that to like 10, will that be doable? 5, 5. That's not really doing too much. So I'll give her one of maybe a 10. And the distance between this, maybe I can change this to 1. Okay. That's not too bad. Maybe 0.05. That's a little too stubby. 8. 8 might be okay for her. So I'll need to change that to minus 90 and then 8. 7. Oh, 0.7. Okay. 9. Okay, that might actually work. And then I think I can still change the scale of this. Nope. Okay, yeah, it doesn't want me changing the scale this way. I can't change the location of it though, so I can drag it up closer to her body, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm kind of liking that. The wiggle speed and everything looks okay. Okay, yeah, so Kuromiya might get a tail like this. Okay, and then when she's running around, yeah, you notice how her tail kind of stretches. So I might not necessarily want it to stretch. So the smooth speed, I can maybe like bump to 5, or maybe even 1. Okay, so now when she runs, yeah, this tail is still dragging around. Smooth speed, 0.002. Let's see how that works. Yeah, that's the stretchiness of it, right? So maybe I don't even want it to stretch at all. Even though the stretch does kind of look good for this character, though, to be honest. Okay, and what's the trail speed? The trail speed is 350 right now, so if I put it at 100. Okay. Oh, that's how long it. So maybe if I put it at 500. Okay. Just for this one, I might even try it like something silly like 800. Okay, yeah, this is how fast it kind of trails. Okay, yeah, that actually looks pretty good. So I'm gonna like actually save these settings. So let me take a quick screenshot of this. Now, in the actual game, you're gonna have to like tweak these because the size of the actual level is different. So I'm just gonna make a quick note of these. So that's trail speed 800, like distance, smooth is 0. Okay, so trail speed 800. I could just like take a snapshot of this. It'd be easier than trying to make notes. Okay. Cool. Alright, yeah, so yeah, I'm liking the way that her tail is kind of looking right now. That looks pretty dope. So, yeah, we'll continue to kind of play around with this. So, 800, 0.8, and what did I do with this one? I don't even think I changed anything up here. Yeah, so, oh, and length was 10. What if I change the length up to like 30? What will that do? Okay. Yeah, I think I'll leave the length 30, and then just go ahead and change these. Alright, so that'll be 30, 0.8. This was smooth speed was 0, and then this was 800. So that's the cool thing about this. You can kind of tweak the settings. The only thing I don't like is that, you know, it does still tend to, when the game starts, it does still tend to, like, do the little trailing thing, and I don't know why it does that. However, for, you know, since her tail is going to be a big part of this game. What the hell is this? Oh, that was 0.08, that's why. Alright. So now it should be a nice little bushy, swinging tail. Oh, and I have to change this to 90 as well. Yeah, forget about that. Was that 90 or minus 90? Okay, and it was obviously not that 90. So it should be like minus 90, I guess. Okay, yeah, there we go. Right, and also I need to drag her tail in a little bit more, closer to her body. So right now it's just kind of sitting at the tip. I'll move it up here. And with this also, you'll notice that there is this wiggle dir. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. This is just like in case when you're working with these line renders, if you don't know which, it helps you kind of determine the position of where the line render is supposed to be pointing. Okay, I will still need to drag this up a little bit more and to the left. Actually, that might be up too much. Okay, and let me see if I can still kind of maybe resize this thing down. Oh, not that, the whole tail. Doesn't work that well, huh? Yeah, I'm still like new to the line renderer kind of thing. Okay, so I'm not gonna worry about trying to scale it. One thing I can do though is, okay, let me stop this. So it's gonna take you a little bit of tweaking with the line renderer to kind of figure out where everything goes, where everything fits correctly, I think. Okay, so I do want this over here, like in the center. And for the line, for the width of this, okay, maybe that'll be good enough. So maybe 43 and then 6.5. Okay, because this is going to be a little bit long distance, so we're not going to necessarily see everything. stretched this way too much. So yeah, I'll still leave it toward the end. And maybe I can also decrease the size of it a little bit to fit. Oh, actually, I've got to get ready to jump off in a little bit. So in about maybe 20 minutes. Okay, actually that looks a little bit better. And then if I drag this up here and over to the left, just a tad. Okay, this looks doable. Looks like she's just kind of swinging her hips, yeah, so. Alright, yeah, so I think we'll do this one, like, so let me take another picture of this. Okay. Alright, so now I'll just, like, change this to those settings, so that was, minus 0.36, and then, that was 6.59. So if you ever get stuck on something, don't be afraid to use this kind of method with the split screen where you can actually zoom in on something and then just kind of check to see what it actually looks like. And we'll play this. Okay, yeah, so this, sorry this, like, taking so long, I'm, like, responding to that. So, yeah, this, I think we're gonna go with this one. This looks pretty good for, hindquarters. Now let's, like, zoom out of here and let her run around a bit, and, so the tail is gonna catch up with her. That does still leave a little bit of a gap when she's running, so I'm gonna drag the tail up just a little bit more onto her to try to reduce that gap. I do love the stretchiness though. So I am kind of digging the stretchiness of the tail. Okay. Yeah, that works for, our purposes at the moment. And then, like, when she changes directions, I like the way that it kind of, like, looks when she changes directions. So that's kind of tight. Maybe I can tighten up that that stretch movement a little bit by like increasing the trail speed to something like 100 or 1000 to reduce the stretchiness just a little bit. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's kind of reducing the stretchiness of it. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, so there's our Kuramiya tail. Which was actually pretty easy to make because we are just pre-using a different, using a tail from our Wiggly monster, which is why I created that Wiggly monster. So specifically, so we can do this. All right. So now, with this right here, this is good to go. So we'll, instead of tentacle 1, we'll just put Wiggly tail 1. However, this is going to present a problem when it comes to attacking, right? So, one of the things that we're going to have to do is we're going to have to hide this wiggly tail when she's attacking. So that's why we're leaving this tail in here. So she can't really launch attacks with her wiggly tail, I don't think. I don't think it would look right. Um, so for example, because this wiggly tail is not a weapon. That's kind of getting into something a little bit deeper than I actually want it to be, though. So, yeah, I'm thinking, do I want to make this wiggly tail a weapon and just like have it kind of, but that would be kind of hard to control, I think. So, yeah, I'm not even gonna go there. That's a bad idea. All right, so we'll go here. No, uh, she doesn't have a this wiggly tail doesn't have a end tail. So if I want to put a mace or like a weapon or a projectile at the end of this tail that she can kind of swing at enemies, I would put that here to do damage. But in this case, I'm not going to do so. I'm just going to go ahead and null this out. And we're having another earthquake. Okay, so let me go ahead and so this will be her default tail that we see on the screen. But when she is attacking, we're going to need to hide this tail. Because we're going to use she has a ranged weapon. So if I turn her ranged weapon on, well, this is what her ranged weapon looks like at the moment. It's a great big blue box. But well, of course, this is just a temporary graphic, so we're going to go ahead and just change the weapon sprite to her actual tail. So, so this will be her actual weapon sprite. And where'd it go? Oh, this one will be her actual weapon sprite. Right? And so thing is so small I can't find it. So let's go here. And there it is. It's kind of sitting right on top of her head. All right, and that's not going to work. So we're going to take this and we're going to move it to the proper location. And we're going to go ahead and make sure that this has a pretty high order in layer as well. So let's go ahead and move this down here to the base. And we'll make it bigger, of course. Right. Something like this. And maybe move it up here. Okay. So maybe something like this I think would work. And the reason it's blue is because, well, we left it blue. So I'm just going to turn this to white. All right. And then, do I want to move this back more to really make it look like a tail, or do I want it kind of like this? Right. Maybe this will work. And I think I'm gonna make it a little bit thinner since it's sitting in the back. And maybe move it over. Her head looks to be a bit off center, so I'll move her head over a little bit, like this way. Okay. Because I do kind of want her weapon to line up with her nose. So maybe something like that. No, not the head. I want the ranged weapon to line up like with this. Move back. Okay. And this right here has the script on it. So let's see, where is her shot point for this weapon? So I've got to adjust her shot point, and her shot point is nowhere to be found. Hey, shot point, where are you? Oh, shot point. Shot point. Shot point. Where'd you go? You know, shot point just bounced. This is like, you know, hey, I'm out of here. Oh, shot point's all the way up here. No wonder I couldn't find him. Yeah. So we'll adjust the shot point to the tip of the tail as well. All right. And now we'll hit play. So when we hit play, you know, and we pick up this weapon down here. Okay, so right now, her ranged weapon, we can't see it. So she can run around and she can pick up stuff and, like, you know, she can whip and she can nay. Yeah. But then when I want to activate her weapon, we're going to have to hide this tail because it's not going to make a good weapon for shooting because it moves around too damn much. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to hit W and we're going to use this tail for her weapon. Right, you know, kind of like the static tail. And I think we're going to make the static tail like larger as well. So we're going to go to the, and this is the ranged weapon that we're working on, right? So we're going to actually make this ranged weapon bigger. Yeah, make it bigger. And maybe also make it a bit longer. Something like this, right? Right, so yeah, she's like doing this, and then like she runs over here, she grabs her weapon very quickly, getting ready to go kick some ass, and now she whips out her tail and just starts blasting everybody. Oh, snap, I just thought of something. Maybe we don't have to really hide that tail so much at all later. Um, Hide the tail or don't hide the tail, because I do like the fact that it's still kind of like swinging back and forth. I would love to use this tail as a weapon, and now my curiosity is starting to get the best of me, and I know I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it. This is a bad idea, but I'm gonna copy this. um, I shouldn't do it. But I'm curious, so um, I'm curious to see if this would work. Ah, no, it's not gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work. That's something I'll play with like later on my own. Because I think it'll take a lot of time, and I got to get ready to jump off for a meeting anyway in a little bit. Right. So yeah, I'm not gonna risk it because I think it's gonna I think I'll be opening up a can of worms with this one. Yeah. So we'll just leave the ranged weapon on for now. But what we're going to do now is we're going to need to turn this wiggly tail off when attacking, right? So I'll do that in the script. So let me save this. And for Kodami Temp, I will go to the player controller script, and I'll double click on this. And then I will need to add a couple lines of code to this. So I will go to shooting, to range attack, game object tail. Wait a minute, what the hell do I have a like tail in here for? Let me see, tail. Ooh. Oh, I already have this on somehow. Tail set active false. Alright. I might be smarter than I thought I am. Alright, so let's see. Alright, this could work. Give me a second. So, basically, I need to have a code that's just when the player activates a certain attack, a tail attack, then it needs to hide that whipping tail. And then it needs to display the shooting tail, and then after it's done, the whipping tail needs to kind of come back. And that looked like something I might have already like programmed in my sleep. Hmm. Oh, Unity, wake up. Okay, so basically there should be an option already here for tail. Ah, I do have a tail, and it's a null object. Yay for null objects. All right, so yeah, since I've already got this here, I can just go ahead and drag this in and replace the null object. And now, when I switch to that ranged weapon, this tail should automatically hide its the nice like furry wishing like whipping tail should go ahead and hide itself. And then after the attack is finished, the whipping tail should come back. All right, so if I hit this, and then if I hit W, all right, yay! So my whipping tail is gone, and then I can use my shooting tail, which now that I have the whipping tail, my shooting tail looks boring. But you know, this is just, and then it automatically goes back to the whipping tail. All right, cool, cool, cool. All right. So, you know, with this, you can do a lot of stuff. Like, for example, I can have a power up to where when she runs into something, like she can get an extra tail added. Um, you know, like when she picks up a weapon, she can like get an extra tail added. You know, so there's a lot of stuff I can kind of do with this now that we kind of have this here. And then for her scatter shot and stuff, you know, for her fan shot, I might actually just move the whipping tail. So let's see. Yeah, I'm liking this, but I got to get ready to go in a little bit because I do have to work. So yeah, this is pretty nice so far. What you got? All right. So I will save this. So we have our ranged weapon. So I'm just gonna hide our ranged weapon because this is hidden by default. And the wiggly tail is the one that should be on the screen. Okay. So I could even do something like have go ahead and set up wiggly tail 1, wiggly tail 2, and wiggly tail 3. Tail 2, and she the young fox, so she would need to get a lot more experience before she can get her full 9 tails. All right, and then and duplicate this one, and so I think the max that I'll give her for this game at the moment is probably 3 tails. All right, and so I'll turn all of these on, but I would have to offset them. So So I'll turn these 3 on, and then like I'll play around with their rotation settings to see how they should rotate out away from each other when she's in 3-tailed mode. Okay. So, alright, so this wiggly tail, right now they're all on the same axis, so what happens if I put this one to -120? Alright, cool, cool, cool. And then this one could be, okay, -120 and -50 something. Okay, yeah, this works. Alright, yeah, this works really well. Alright, cool, cool, cool. So, yeah, I think, what I will do is I'll set this one to minus 59, maybe minus 60 for this one, minus 90, minus 120, and then minus 60. Okay, so that's minus 90, minus 9, minus 120. And minus 60. Okay, now when I play this, these three tails should pop up. Okay. Hey, I'm not getting that dragging effect. Okay. So yeah, now she's got her three tails. Cool. Alright, cool. And so for this, this is a really cool effect for the character. So now attack wise, I'm not really sure what that's going to mean for her. And she kind of looks like a goldfish a little bit, so with the three tails, to be honest. But I mean, like, it's still cool, so I don't care. So because I'm just kind of showing you guys how to implement this. All right, so what I'll do is I will leave these two tails off. The last two tails will be turned off. In the script, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to save this first. In the script, I'm going to go to go ahead and add two other tails. So I could be like game object. So maybe tail, and then tail 2, and then tail 3. Right, and then when I go down here, for ranged attack, so I'll go ahead and set all of these off to tail 2, set active false, tail 3, set active false. Okay, and then this is a range attack. So this is setting all of those to false. And then after this one, it sets the one tail back to true. All right, so what about for the fan shot? The fan shot right now doesn't really come from one of the tails, right? So the fan shot, I can probably, in this enumerator, I can probably go ahead and set one of them to active, or set two of them to active. So right, so I will set my enumerator. Okay. So yeah, I will go ahead and set tail 2 active, and I'll set this to true here. True. And then after this, once everything calms down, I will, once the rain, sorry, that's melee attack. I don't want it on the melee attack actually. I want it on the fan shot. So for fan shot, this will also turn on the second tail. So this will be set tail 2, set active true. And then for this one, this will after it's run, this will be tail 2, Set active, and this will turn this back off to false. Okay, and then for the scatter shot, this one will go ahead and turn both of the extra tails on. So 2 true, and then in your game you can kind of like set different weapons or whatnot to true or false using this true. Okay, and for these two attacks, the first tail will still be active, right? And then for after that, we're going to just set these 2 extra tails to off. Setting the fox tail power ups to true. Right. So this shows like these are just going to indicate that the fox has gotten a more powerful attack. Okay, resetting the tail power ups back to default, which will be just 1 tail. So these other 2 will disappear. False and false. Okay, so yeah, that should be it for the code. And like I said, you guys won't have to look at this. What I'll need to do in Unity though is I will need to go ahead and now that we have these 2 extra tails, I'll need to go ahead and drag them into the player controller so that it knows which tail to look for. I would love to have these tails kind of attack, but I don't really know how to get them to point in the right direction and attack at the same time. And I don't know if I can actually turn these into weapons. So what I need to do now is I need to go here and in this player controller, I'm going to look for these 2 empty places. So I'm going to put, I'm going to drag Wiggly Tail 2 here and Wiggly Tail 3 here. Right? And actually, for these Wiggly Tails, I'm not going to turn them into prefabs yet, actually. I think I'll hold off on that. I don't want to get too excited. All right, and let's see, what can I do? So I can check these by going to my, not my enemies, but to my power-ups. And where are my power-ups? Pop-up, spawner, sample, checkpoint, dialogue, controllers. Oh, sample level. Okay, and I can go to my pickups. And in my pickups, I should have a fan shot pickup. So I'll go ahead and turn this one on. And then I should have a scatter shot pickup, and I'll turn this one on. So here are the 3 pickups that our fox can get. And when I hit play, now we still haven't done anything with our arms. Her arms are just kind of like, like just hanging out there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've definitely got to get ready to go now in about 3 minutes, so. Okay, so yeah, she got her 1 tail, and then when she runs down here, she picked that one up without, without anything. Why? All right, so she managed to grab 2 of those for some reason. All right, but anyway, so right now she uses her 1 tail. When I hit W, that tail goes away, and she's in standard Kuramiya tank mode, which, and her tail looks all stiff like a clock and stuff, so I'm not really digging that so much. And then it just snaps back to this. But she does have another power-up that she picked up, so, and that would be the, what was that, the scatter shot? All right, and so if I hit R, boom. Huh? Why? Okay, yeah, something funky happened there. So she should have been able to just straight up use that until the timer ran out. So if I use this one, this will be the scatter shot, and boom, boom, boom. Okay, this is what the scatter shot kind of looks like. I'm wondering why her tails aren't showing up all the way. So there's something wrong with her timer. With the timers in here. So these are start coroutine. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have these kind of in the wrong spot. So down timer is this is these should come after the attack is disabled, that's why. So dash attack disabled, blah 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 blah. Return, wait for scatter shot delay. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we'll paste these here. And then the same for the for this one right here. So only waiting 0.2 seconds, so I'll cut this and then I'll dive down here. And then after this I have to log off because I forgot I have a Zoom meeting at this time. Alright, so yeah, let me go ahead and try this one more time. And then I will jump off for now. And then log in to take care of my meeting, which is supposed to start at 8 o'clock, so I've got like 5 minutes anyway. Alright, quick play, quick play. Alright, so yeah, let's go pick this one up. Alright, cool. Got this one, and I'll grab this one as well, because we can hold multiple cards, remember? And I'll just use this one, and the tail goes away, and bang, 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 shoot everybody. You're all gonna die. Boom, 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 boom. But that looks boring, so I'm definitely gonna try to change this. And then the next one we'll use is the scatter shot. Alright, and these will all be hidden, by the way, so this is the scatter shot. And then we have our fan shot. Well, this one's also scatter shot at the moment, so the fan shot is a little bit different. And then when the timer goes away, the tails also go away, and she's back to her normal tail status. So we'll come back and fix her arms later. But for now, I have to go because I have an appointment. So let me say this. But I'm kind of happy with the way that this went. So if you guys like this stream, remember to stop by my website, creativemv.com. Check out Spirits of the Lost Winds, the game that we're building right now, and download my 2D game kit that I'm actually using to build this game before it gets too expensive. Alright, I'm going to jump off. I got 3 minutes to get onto Zoom, so